This is the original western wall of the temple.
Okay guys, so we made it last night and got a new hotel, and I really should have showed you last night, but my brother was taking a shower so I couldn't. So I'm gonna do a super quick tour here. It's super messy, so forgive the mess, but here we've got a view of just a wall. But there's Jerusalem. We're in Jerusalem now, if you haven't guessed. And then we have over here, I usually don't show bathrooms, but I just gotta show the shower of this bathroom because it's just, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's huge. It's like really big. So yeah, that's the bathroom. And yeah, we're gonna be here for a longer amount of time than we were at the other place. So yeah.
Okay, we are at the City of David. We're going to get off.
When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will dance like David danced. When the Spirit of the Lord comes upon my heart, I will dance.
This house would have been rebuilt or expanded by Solomon and all the other kings, Asa, Jehoshaphat, the good and bad kings of Judah. This would have been their palace. So when the Babylonians destroyed this, like you saw in that film, all this was burnt, and what they did, what archaeologists found when they, so all the houses have crumbled, right? You're just seeing the very lowest parts of these structures, but they found boule. So Jeremiah, his buddy Baruch, his seal was found here, and another fellow named Gemariah, son of Shaphan, that's in Jeremiah 36 as well. Let's see, I think I found, and they're finding several of these. I keep finding them. He did away with the horses, which the kings of Judah had given to the sun. In other words, these horses were given to the sun god, so he kills those horses. The entrance of the house of the Lord by the chamber of Nathan Melech, the official. They found Nathan Melech's seal here in the City of David as well. So there's lots and lots of them. They found one that said Isaiah the prophet.
Oh my.
Now, whenever someone finds something that cool, there's always someone, oh, that can't be the Isaiah the prophet. But they found one that said Isaiah the prophet. What are we going to do?
Please hold on.
Hold on. Okay.
Hold on.
This is the apprehension in the air for those. Tell them this. You can tell the people cut from this way because it's going this way, right? When you get into the other way, it'll be cut from this way. They're going this way, then they correct it again, so they're miscalculated.
Oh wow, that's big.
There could be places where people got out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Going down, you see these big, where we are right here is would have been a first century road going all the way up the western wall of the Temple Mount. The western wall, or the Kotel, is just on the other side, right over there.
תמיד יהיה כוכב קטן שיעיר לך את עצמך, את הדרך הביתה. תמיד זה הכי חשוך לפני הזריחה. מיליון רכבות דוהרות עד אוסטרליה, מחפש רחוק את מה שנמצא לך מתחת לאף. כל מכשול זה מדליה, קם ונופל אבל בדרך שלך. להתמודד עם הפחדים, לקפוץ למים עמוקים, לשחות עד הסוף, להגיע לחוף עד הלילה, להאזין גם לשירים, כי זמרים הם הרופאים הכי טובים שיש למדע להציע. עוד יבואו ימים טובים, אני מבטיח. עוד יבואו ימים טובים, גם בשעות החשוכות של הלילה תמיד יהיה כוכב קטן שיעיר לך את עצמך, את הדרך הביתה. תמיד זה הכי חשוך לפני הזריחה. מיליון רכבות דוהרות עד אוסטרליה, מחפש רחוק את מה שנמצא לך מתחת לאף.
Ethnically cleansed, systematically blowing up every synagogue, school, and building they could find.
That's right.
Yeah. That's called ethnic cleansing and genocide. But that's a different definition now that we have.
When was that?
1948.
1940?
May 1948. And for 19 years till 1967. Okay. We're on Mount Zion. Jerusalem Cross is actually 5 crosses. One big one. One is Jesus, Yeshua. The other 4, some guys by the name of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They've heard of them. Okay?
Too big to take. gotta do giant strides.
When you are thinking about David as a little fella guarding his father's flocks, this is the area where he would have been. I know all these hills right here. This mountain is an artificial mountain built by Herod. So you see this archaeology right here. This was built on the actual mountain top, and the rest of the mountain was, he took this mountain down and built this mountain up.
We go down?
Sure.
I don't know how long time, but we can still. Oh boy. Still going.
Oh my goodness. Doesn't stop.
No.
I mean, your brother said it was a long way down.
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
Oh boy. Well, look at all those steps.
Hurry.
There's an olive press up here that we can explore.
Came to the world, to the wild, no place for a child. Use my voice to hide with the ghouls of night in the dying light. I had to learn to get what I need in the dark. Empty instincts all guiding me like a beast to some blood, and I can't get enough.
I'm standing in a place where they used to feed and keep doves, which is kind of cool.
Now slowly fading away, but I'm ready now to feel the power of change. I'm my mother's child, I'm my father's son. It took me a while, but my time is
Is this an old tomb?
I think this,
I'm not climbing through the tombs.
that is a slab in there.
Okay, another thing happened after that. So after the time of Samson, we have the time of Saul. Where we're going here soon, way up into this country, is Shiloh. We'll be there in a couple days. That's where the Ark of the Covenant went down, fought against the Philistines way north. We can't see it from here. Philistines took the Ark. They came over here to Ekron, Ashdod. And then they had all kinds of problems at Ashdod. They put it in the temple of Dagon. Dagon fell. They picked him up. He fell again.
I can't hide no more. Stumble out into the light and raise my fists up.
So it's out and about, yes. Right. But at the Western Wall, no. It's sacred, like that part-time like that.
going to go to the place where the crucifixion, burial, and resurrection of the Messiah happened.
Big place for a mouse.
Are Israel's pretty cool?
Yes, from a long time ago.
Oh, there he is.
Well, that's a good place to shoot.
Pretty. Oh, there.
Oh, good stuff. Yep.
זאת ירושלים, בתוך אלוהים שרתיה, וסביבותיה ארצות.
This is Jerusalem, which I have set in the center of the nations, countries all around her.
Hey guys, I just want to give a quick update. Last night, we went into Jerusalem and went to the Western Wall, also known as the Wailing Wall. I couldn't film us going to the wall and praying because they don't allow phones or cameras or anything like that inside. But I just wanted to mention that we did that. It was a really cool experience to be able to just see all that. And we had a wonderful Shabbat today. And yeah, just wanted to mention that real quick. Shabbat shalom and good night.
By the waters of Babylon, still and deep, the sun rose at midnight, I was not asleep. I saw a man with a javelin, a carriage of steel. His eyes burned like sapphires, wheels turning in wheels. I saw
That's the bedrock of Mount Moriah. This is part of the actual mountain. Come and you can touch Mount Moriah.
rivers of fire, by the waters of Babylon I sank down in shame, covered in ashes I called out your name.
These are Islamic arches. Who here went to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre? Okay, fabulous. It probably didn't look like you had imagined. Like, if, for instance, if you've ever been to any of the great churches in Italy, in Rome, you know, people come, this is the Holy Sepulchre, and they come and go, huh? That's not the original building. The Dome of the Rock was built in the years 691, 692. Let's just do a quick timeline for a second. So the temple's destroyed. Well, Rome comes here 63 before the Common Era. When is Yeshua crucified? Approximately when? 30. Temple's destroyed in 70. Muslims don't come here until 636. Islam is not invented until 622, Muhammad. They come up from Saudi Arabia, and of course, as we know, Jews are from Judea, Arabs are from Arabia. They're not native to our land, which is why they never made any country, state, anything. It's invaders. Okay. So they designed the Dome of the Rock. It was Byzantine architects, because Islam was so new, the Muslims were so new, they didn't have a style of architecture. And they designed it to look the way the Church of the Holy Sepulchre looked at that time, which is fascinating. Now, if you see right before the first section stops, and then it goes in and goes around, there's all that squiggly stuff. That's Arabic writing. Now, you will hear in the press that this is the third holiest site to Islam, because Muhammad's horse, winged steed, excuse me, not a horse, I'm a city boy, took off to heaven from this spot. By the way, the Quran never mentions Jerusalem. Never mentions Jerusalem. And Al-Aqsa means the furthest mosque. So it makes a reference to Muhammad was at the furthest mosque. That rumbling is Jewish prayer. Okay, so that's squiggle stuff. That's the reasons when the building was built. That's the reasons why the building was built. That's what it says. So you can Google Arabic inscription on Dome of the Rock, and it'll tell you exactly what it says. Now remember, the Muslims didn't defeat us. They defeated the Byzantine Christians. So it's largely an attack on Christianity. It's an attack on the concept of the Trinity and everything else. Wait a second, what about Muhammad? Oops, I guess they forgot to mention it. So, you know, when you look at something and you say, wait a second, in their own writing, on their building that they built, and they built why they wrote why they built it. So it's not holy to Islam.
I called out your name. Oh, Jerusalem, city of thrones, the blood of your people still darkens the stones. City of sorrow, spread on a hill, bride of the prophets, they dream of you still.
Guys, this is like the coolest thing. We had to get up for around 5:30 for this. Did not expect to do this. This was like a last minute thing, but that is so cool.
Swords in the sky, storefronts of martyrs lined up to die, while in the streets of Jerusalem, children in pain.
Where I'm standing, these are 2,000 years old. This, and what's fascinating is if you look at pictures of over the last 100 years, Lean Rittmeyer, who is an architect, who took a lot of drawings of what's going on here on the Temple Mount, will show that this wall, I'm standing on the top of a wall. It actually was largely uncovered, but they put additional paving stones and paved over it. This is the original western wall of the temple. Not the western retaining wall, the western wall of the temple. And by paving it over, they try to obscure it, but truth is truth. Come, guys.
Jerusalem, city of throne, the blood of your people still darkens the stone. City of sorrows, spread on a hill, bride of the prophet, they dream of you still.
Hello everyone. So yesterday me and my family went out to shop on our own. We went to gift shops, things like that. Kind of just went out on our own. So yeah, if you want to see what we're doing today, you should follow along for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later.
Oh, Jerusalem.